Hello and welcome. It's Brandon from publisher of Housing Weekly, and today we're going to look at how long homes are staying on the market in late 2025, what that says about the market, and how you can figure out what's going on in your neck of the woods. So let's look at the typical time on market. Okay, this metric, we're talking about how long homes stay on the market after a homeowner lists it for sale. So like how long does it take to sell sell a home basically. And in fall of 2025, we're looking at 63 days as the median. Okay, that's kind of the midpoint for how long it takes. It can take longer than that. It can take less time than that, depending on the circumstances. But that's the median days on market in fall 2025. And that's about where we were before the pandemic. If you know, you probably already know that during the pandemic, the housing market accelerated. So that median days on market metric dropped way down to like 15 days. But it has slowed down since then, so things are moving a little more slowly now, and I would expect that to continue into 2026, at least the first part of next year. And the above stat is based on October 2025 report from Realtor.com. Another key point, this can vary significantly from one area to the next, and here's a very clear example of that. These are current statistics as of October 2025. And as you can see, Buffalo, New York, one of the hottest markets in the country right now, with 12 median days on market. And on the flip side of that spectrum, Miami, Florida, 92 days on market. So that is one of the slowest real estate markets in the country. And again, these trends are happening at the same time. So chances are, depending on where you live, you fall somewhere in the middle of this spectrum. And we'll talk about how you can find stats for your local area. What can we expect next year in 2026? I would say initially more of the same, a kind of a sluggish pace in most markets, not all of them, but most of them. And we could see things accelerate a little bit next year, especially if mortgage rates continue falling as they have been. That could bring more buyers into the market and speed up the pace of sales. But, we're not going to see any huge increase in sales time next year. Probably just more of the same for the time being. How do you find this data? How do you figure out what's going on in your area? I'm going to give you some of my favorite sources. I would recommend starting with the Redfin Data Center, and there's the URL, there's how to find it. It's going to take some playing around with, but you'll figure out how you can use the drop downs to pull up data for your specific city. They have data using MLS and other sources for most markets across the country. You can figure out how long homes are staying on the market in your local area. Realtor.com research also is a good source. There's the URL, how to find it online. And specifically look for their monthly housing trends reports, because they offer data for the nation's 50 largest metro areas, and you probably fall within one of those areas or you're close to them, so that's some good insight. Zillow housing data, they have more detailed and granular reports that you can download with the typical days on market going back years. So you can not only see what's happening now, but you can see if the market has slowed up or slowed down or accelerated over the past year. And that's good insight. And your local realtor association probably publishes some kind of monthly snapshot that includes typical time on market. And lastly, just Google it. Time on market in Phoenix, median days on market, Dallas. These are examples of how you can find this kind of data. Use those key phrases and you'll zero right in on it. Why does all of this matter anyway? If you're a home buyer, the pace of the market shows how much time you have and how quickly you have to act. So if homes are selling quickly because you have a lower time on market, you have less time for home inspections and evaluating the price. You got to move quickly. You also have less negotiating room. And if the market is slower, the opposite is true. You have more leverage and more time. For sellers, in a slower real estate market, you got to price the home competitively. Otherwise, you could be lingering on the market for weeks and weeks and weeks, and nobody wants that because selling a home is not fun. In a faster market, sellers have more leverage, so that's why you got to figure out what's going on in your area. So that's it, guys. That's where we are right now in fall of 2025 with the overall market pace and time on market. If you want to receive insights like this every week delivered to your inbox, sign up for Housing Weekly. That's my weekly newsletter. You'll get useful, exclusive insights from me to you, delivered straight to your inbox every Thursday. Look for the link in the video description below if you want to sign up, and thanks for watching.